Yeah, I got a bit of a new obsession. It's the record label, the Numero group. They've been putting out deep catalog and collections from defunct record labels, music no one would ever hear since 2003. Yeah, I'm a little late to the game. I mean, I saw their stuff in bins and I picked up a few things here and there, but since they're mining this deep catalog of small labels that no one knows about, it's easy to pull their records out. And unless you're doing research and looking it up, you're not going to know what it is. So I passed on a lot of stuff over the years. But recently I got a copy of their 2011 Salsa Boricua, highlighting the scene from Chicago. And I'm on the hunt to find more Numero group titles. And Soma Sound here in North Jersey on the border of South Orange and Maplewood always has a few floating around. I don't know why. I guess whoever sells the records there has bought them or gets them. So I went to Soma Sound and I picked up a few things. And first off, Titan, it's all pop. This came out in 2008. And it's all their stuff, beautiful package, solid box. Comes with a booklet. And it compiles the power pop output of Titan Records. It's a small Kansas City label that issued 8 records from 72 to 81. And this is 4 records, a compilation of the 8 records they put out from 78 to 81. So if you occasionally check the rock section, you know, and you're looking for like a Pez band or a Shoes record that you don't have, but that's pointless because you have them all, get this box. And it was only $40 for this immaculately packaged box with a booklet, 4 LPs. From what I've heard, I mean, I've listened to about half of it, is really solid power pop. Next up, I got Local Customs, pressed at Bodie. It's a 2 LP set. Local Customs, pressed at Bodie. This came out in 2011. Bodie Records and his pressing plant was in Cleveland, Ohio. And they pressed everything from garage rock to local soul artists, polka, preacher sermons. Apparently it only costs the artist a few $100 to have them press up vinyl of whatever you want. This is 17 tracks from the 1,000 recordings that they did at Bodie, and it's mostly funky R&B and rock. But it's pretty awesome to think that you would never hear this, and no one would hear this if it weren't for this record. So I really dig that. Going deep. What else? They had Mighty Mike Lenenberg, the Eclectic Soul series. This is the 5th of their Eclectic Soul series, which focuses on small town labels and obscure stuff that just vanished without a trace, and it's mostly R&B and soul. This is Mighty Mike Lenenberg from Phoenix, Arizona. In the 60s, Mike Lenenberg started a couple record labels, owned a record store, and DJ'd on the side. And this album collects 17 rare and obscure tracks from 67 to 71 of psychedelic soul and funk. It's different bands. I think the common thread, other than it was Mike Lenenberg's labels, was that he wrote a lot of the stuff too for some of his artists and produced it. And half of the stuff was never properly released in the day. Again, I think that's very exciting, and the packaging is just immaculate. I'm really getting into it. And next up, this is Wayfaring Strangers, Acid Nightmares. This is a compilation of proto-metal, acid rock from the early 70s. A lot of heavy, fuzzy guitar, mostly US bands. Beautiful packaging. Look at that. I mean, I saw this in the bin before I was doing my deep dive for Numero Group. I'm like, what is this? And of course, I've never heard any of the bands on it. But I do like that kind of stuff. And if you like that kind of stuff, the proto-metal, fuzzy acid rock of the early 70s, if you don't know Brown Acid, you're cheating yourself. Brown Acid, I think, is 22 volumes so far. And it is all different fuzzy from all over the country, different markets, fuzzy 70s, proto-metal, hard rock, and 22 volumes. I actually have a post-it note in my wallet, so I remember which ones I have. So when I'm in a record store and I see one, and they're never that expensive, but I always forget what I have. So now I know it's in my wallet. And finally, Eclectic Soul, Northern Soul. This is the last thing I picked up on Numero group recently. This came out in 2023. It's a compilation of Northern Soul. What's that? It's American soul from the mid 60s that was very popular in the late 60s, early 70s in Britain, and caused a whole dance scene, and it was dubbed the Northern Soul scene, referring to the British appreciation in the dance scene in Northern England in the late 60s, early 70s at the time, and they were fetishizing American soul from the mid 60s. It's all really upbeat, and the common thread is that it's not popular. You're not going to heard it through the grapevine in Northern Soul or My Girl. They're looking for the nuggets that nobody knows about, and it's all got to be upbeat because it's for dancing. So that has kind of inspired me, because I was digging around on Discogs and I found this compilation, which apparently is pretty credible, called The Northern Soul Story. Each record's 2 LPs, and I'm just getting through those. I have volume 1 and volume 3, 2 LPs. There are 16 volumes of these 2 LP sets of The Northern Soul Story. And again, I've done some online research. It's pretty credible stuff. It's a decent label. And unfortunately, it was put out in England, so most of it I have to pay to have shipped from Europe. I can find a few of these in the United States that have trickled over here, but why do I keep falling in love with things that I have to order from Europe? That's it.